95 proof.
Never has a man been more... Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon podcast. I'm your host, Barry, and with me this week is a special co-host because the cork offer. I'm not going to change
Canada.
it.
No.
He's in the Maple Land.
He's in Canada.
Yeah.
Hey.
My Daily Bourbon's here. It's Chad.
I am. I'm here. What
Hey,
up?
hey, hey. Hi,
Touch
Chad.
on Jesus. Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
It's fine. It's Sunday, you know.
Yeah. He was struck by lightning and burned down. So, you know. That is the lore.
As far as I know, that was the text I was given. I'm happy to have you on.
I'm happy that you have me on because I have been trying to tonight to, through Patreon and this, see if I can figure out the old moonshiner trick, of guessing proof. And like I said, I'm going 95. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We kick off every episode, though, with a segment known as Flying Blind, and that is where one of us, whoever is in charge of samples or pours for the week, gives the other person something that they have to guess on. And this week, I was in charge of samples and pours, and so Chad is the one who will be guessing on what it is that I have provided for him. So, Chad... We're gonna be putting you through the ringer here, not the movie from 2005 with Johnny Knoxville. And I hope your dog's okay. You sound like she was hacking up something.
Oh no, she's not hacking. She's just walking around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning to vomit and hairballs from my cat. So
I was gonna say I've never known a dog to have a hairball, but I forgot you had a cat.
I have two cats. 2 cats, 2 dogs, and
see, I've been to your house how many times? I think I've only ever met one cat.
Well, that's fair because at least one of them normally has to run away because they think that somebody's going to abduct them or kill them, or I don't know. It's hard to tell. Anyway, Chad, what do you think about this here Flying Blind pour?
Let's see, Perry.
Those were certainly noises.
What movie is that where the guy smells like it's a vampire movie?
Is it like a humorous one?
No, I think it's supposed to be serious. I don't think it's Lost Boys. I don't know. Someone will comment.
I hope so.
Either here or put it in Discord, or they'll tell me what movie it is, where someone's like, the guy is like,
Oh.
I mean, could be like Blade. I don't know. Could
maybe it's just Twilight.
I mean, it could be Twilight.
I hate that I've seen all of those movies. I really hate that I have.
We all have. We all do.
We all do. Like, we watch them
on the reg, bro.
Okay. Well, all right. We don't have to slang it up for the common folk. That's a sentence I've never said before.
Yeah, your Kentucky's showing real big there, boy.
I think a Victorian child just died because of the butterfly effect because I said that sentence.
So somewhere there's 13 people who just were like,
yeah, he sensed a disturbance. Anyway, talk about this. What do you think it is, or what do you think about it? I suppose.
I'm getting I know I jokingly said with my terrible moonshine shaking thing for proof. I'm getting a little bit of ethanol on the nose, a lot of citrus, like aromatic bitters, old fashioned vibes, oak, it has this note that Chad and I talk about with vintage bourbons or older bourbons, like going into that almost shoe polish realm.
Yeah.
Which is, some people hear that and they're like, "Oh, that's not good," but I like that because that is it's a connection to childhood with like tobacco and stuff, but it leads me to believe this could be older, and if it's not older, it's got a lot of just like barrel influence. So, no, nose is good. I like it. I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah, let's try it. Cheers.
Let's do it.
Boink.
Chewy in the mouthfeel. Ooh, total side palate. Like it goes like center tongue, chewy to like little tannins or a lot of tannins.
Man,
oak.
I like this a lot.
The more I talk and like, I don't know if it's low proof or like a mid proof, like 100 proof or, like 105 or something. I'm staying in that realm because it seems like it could be around 100 proof, but the more I talk and breathe, I'm getting like grape must and like cherry and like these berry fruity notes, but also honey and a little bit of molasses.
I get a big mocha note in there too.
Ooh, I could see mocha.
Yeah.
Like you swap out my grape note for like mocha, like in that same realm of like chocolate coffee, like tannins and just estery.
Yeah. It's just for everything that this is, and I think it'll explain why I feel this way when I tell you what this is. It doesn't feel like it should be as dark and expressive as it is. Like it feels almost uncharacteristic in some ways. It's
going to do
a
splash.
I'm gonna join you in that, actually.
Just a little splash of water, because the finish, it's not hot, but there's a lot of tannins on the finish.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit of water will help, bring it out. So swirl. It's on the inside or the outside? Oh.
So I have to tell you this too.
Tell me.
I did maybe the craziest thing on accident earlier today. I sat down at my desk here.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. It's wild. And end of story. I sat down at my desk and I picked up the Rye Batch 4 that we had on the pregame chats. And it just barely slipped out of my hand. And it hit the top of a benchmark top floor bottle. And it broke it, but not so much that it shattered. It created like a pea hole size hole on the benchmark bottle.
So like the neck of the bottle or the body of the bottle?
The shoulder of the bottle.
So it hit the shoulder.
It hit the shoulder, and it didn't shatter it. It didn't completely like dissolve it. It just broke it. Like it destroyed the integrity of the bottle.
Right.
And the problem, though, was that there was still 3/4 of the bottle left in there. And so I went upstairs and I took a measuring cup and a sieve, and I poured the rest of the bottle into the measuring cup to make sure that there was no like glass that had broken into it. And I know that it's like a $16 bottle of whiskey, but I'm not going to waste it. Like,
no,
come on.
No, I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, like, give me a break here. But I filtered it out. I didn't find any pieces of glass or anything, but I still was not going to just like pour it into another bottle, haphazardly or anything. But I did have another benchmark bottle that was empty, but it wasn't a top floor bottle. So all I did was I took some paper and I wrote on it
86 proof.
and I taped it onto the bottle. And now it just says benchmark top floor 86 proof.
No, it just says benchmark 86 proof now.
Yeah. No,
That's
it says
good.
top floor. You just can't see it as well because of my lighting and everything. But anyway, that happened to me earlier today. So all that being said,
all that being said, now I'm like, is it benchmark top floor?
It's definitely not.
I was gonna say if this was 86 proof, I'd be like, give me that code, give me that laser code. So I'm gonna go hunt for all of them. No, I like this a lot. I do enjoy it, especially with some water. Like some water has bring out like a lot of caramel and brown butter. The mouthfeel loses some integrity. It goes from It goes from like this chewiness to like there's still a creaminess there, but it like loses a little bit of heft, which adding water will do that. But it brings out a lot more of these, I hate to like brown notes, brown sugar, brown butter. There's a little hint of maple. The chocolate comes out a little more on the palate, like that mocha you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I do this a lot on the show, and I think that it probably gives listeners, viewers, whatever, a better idea of what it's like when you're actually engaging with a whiskey. But it to me, a lot of it is about the actual experience too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm having a great experience with this,
and it feels like when you add water to it, it feels like when you've been chewing on peanut brittle and it starts to get kind of gooey, like almost like pasty.
Yes,
like that's the transformation where it's not as oily as it is without water, and now it's like now it's just a completely different animal. I feel
it's got like a nougaty like like aerated, like you're talking about paste, like nougat. You eat a slightly warm Three Musketeers, it's kind of pasty. Yeah. So it's definitely got that texture.
Yeah. It's really good. I got super lucky in finding this bottle. I talked about it on my live stream on Thursday night. I walked into a liquor barn and it was the last one on the shelf, but it's one of the Evan Williams 250th single barrels.
See,
and it's killer, man. It really is.
It's crazy because that's 117.76 proof, and my old
your moonshiner trick
ain't working. It drinks way low. I've got two of these.
Yeah,
I love them to death. 8 years old, 80s, 117.76 proof. 8 years old or 8 years and change. And I was about to tell you, like, if you were going to ask me for stats, I was going to say, I don't know, like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
115 proof.
No, it drinks way above its weight class.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like, I love the two that I have. I mean, there's the one I got in the Speakeasy, and then there's one I got at Perkins' house. Just, we use for review. And then they sent him one. But that's fine. I have two.
Man.
But
2026 has been the year of the drought from Heaven Hill on TIMBP. And
listen, hey, last year was the year of the drought for IBN. So you got all the things. What do you think of this Elijah Craig? I don't know. I don't have it. And there's still fucking C925 on the shelf everywhere. So I don't know, Perry, what it tastes like.
So this is barrel 47. Barreled on December 19th, 2018, bottled February 17th, 26.
I was like, wait, hold on, where's my phone? I got a picture of mine. Oh,
you're using your phone as your camera.
We're not going to touch it.
I would hope
we'll have to look. The next time at Speakeasy, we'll compare. I mean,
hell, I'm definitely bringing it this week.
It's no, it's fantastic. I like this will probably be after we're done recording tonight. This will be what I close out with.
Yeah.
You know, sitting on the couch while we're watching TV together. So
also
that's fantastic.
That's our celebration of America portion for this week because
yeah.
July 4th is on Saturday as of recording.
Hey, I'm going to see Noah Khan on July 1st that evening. So I can't wait to see. It's at the Red Stadium. I can't wait to see how much America we're going to get slammed with.
From Noah Khan?
Just from the Red Stadium.
Oh,
he's not going to. He's not the guy.
I was going to say Noah Khan's probably going to be, I don't know, quiet when it comes to that.
No, he'll make some comments. We seen him at the Bourbon Beyond.
That's not what I mean. But I just mean he's not going to be celebratory. He's not going to be excited.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He'll make some comments.
Yeah.
We seen him the day we seen you at Bourbon Beyond. We seen him that night, and there was about a 3-minute dissertation that he gave out. And it's funny the amount of people who booed him, but have probably been waiting there since like 10 a.m. to see him. And it's like, you didn't know about this dude from like Northeast America, wherever he's from. I don't know. Smokes weed, writes songs about this and this and this. And now you're going to talk about politics. Okay.
It's like people who don't understand Dave Matthews. And I mean this seriously. Like, he came from apartheid South Africa. He's
South African.
But do you not understand?
How do you not understand?
Do you not think that his politics might be a little, anti-apartheid, a little more
where are we going?
Progressive? I'm just saying. Anyway,
Grateful Dead beer. So Dogfish Head.
We did this on the pregame chats, by the way, for
Juicy
Patreon.
Pale Ale.
Yeah,
from Dogfish Head Craft Brewery.
So, we're going to talk in a second about what we've been drinking recently, but I made the same purchase where I bought this beer, the Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale. I also bought a bottle of Dave Matthews wine, which
was a bad decision.
Okay.
I've never had it, but I mean, like in them, like $9.
Oh, it was like 13, 14.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
maybe it's not his one thing of like what's crazy. So
Dreaming
people who
Tree
don't know,
is
like,
the wine brand.
For people who don't know about wine, like when you hear like $9, but then you hear like 13 or 14. That literally is a totally different class of wine.
It genuinely is.
Totally, it's like that is a different class of wine.
Yeah, and I've had his wine before, but it's been, I mean, it was like pre-pandemic, but it was the Cab Sav. I am a Cab Sav fan, so I thought I may as well roll the dice a little bit and try it. So we'll see. I haven't opened it yet. We'll find.
You're freeze. Okay, there we go.
I'm frozen. I'm freezed.
You were freezing, and it was like
okay.
It was showing you in my little window. So I was trying to tap on to see like what was going on. Because you were frozen on the big screen, but the little screen Perry was not frozen. So I was weirded out. Like, why is he? Anyway, sorry.
Little screen Perry.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Little Screen Perry. Chad, what have you been drinking recently?
Well, aside from this delicious Juicy Pale Ale from Dogfish Head. I mean, last week was work. So work week, which is, I do have to taste and sample through things at work, but I don't call it drinking because I'm swishing and spitting. We had a barrel pick come in with, Cindy Bourbon on Instagram and TikTok, and Bourbon Notes on Instagram and TikTok, Emerson Shotwell, EKS Whiskey, on Instagram. A couple other people from Germany came in, showing off some new glassware, some concepts, and we couldn't even couldn't even show the pictures of it. Had to do teasers. So, they picked a great Brook Hill, but I only tried like 2 or 3 of the barrels they tried that day. But outside of work, not a lot. What did Chad and I review this week or last week? Because that would be it. I mean, outside of an old fashioned at home with like Evan Williams 1783, because that's my go-to bourbon of all time, which I still have Harry's bottle from 3 years ago, by the way.
That's crazy. That's where that bottle. Every time you say that, I'm like, oh, that's where that bottle is.
It's underneath my sink. And I only buy it in 175 because that's the only way to buy it. So the only 750 I own is yours.
Meanwhile, I'm slamming it over here with the old one.
Totally different experience, let me tell you.
Oh, 100%. Oh, the new one is far superior.
6 to 8 year old 90 proof bourbon for 15 to $18. Oh yeah.
I mean, not that the old one is bad, but
no, it's just they upgraded it from 86 proof and 4 to 6 year to 6 to 8 year and 90 proof. That is kind of a big leap. I mean, that bottle, the new version, replaced my beloved Green Label 6 year, which I liked better than the bottle of Bond,
which I actually saw some of yesterday, and I'll tell you about during my hunting. During it's joint hunting and what we've been drinking recently.
But yeah, pretty much outside of what Chad and I reviewed last week, which I can't remember what we did because we always try and compile what we do, like 3 or 4 videos, and we swish and spit, and then we'll go back and we'll do like final tastings and stuff. Like there's a lot that goes into what we do for our content. Not much, because with work it's always swishing and spitting. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll just say work, because I guess IBM's work too. So work. What have you been drinking recently, Harry?
Well,
please tell me. And I've heard you've been hunting recently.
Wow, where'd you hear that from? So here's the thing. I had drunk goggles there for a second because I had a glass on my laptop and I couldn't figure out which icon I was trying to pull up. It was crazy. I used to live about 30 minutes south of Lexington, as most people who listen to this podcast know, because that's where the podcast actually started.
Yep.
And I had a lot of fun when I was down there, hunting for bourbon. There were great bars that were down there. One of my favorite bars is the one that I would go and hang out with I know how this sounds because it's very nerdy-ish, but graphic design buddies. And we would literally go and argue about the merits of certain graphic design issues after class on Thursdays, and it was super cool,
for somebody it was.
Anyway, so my wife and kids are out of town, and yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to hunt a little bit in Richmond. I didn't get to do as much hunting as I wanted to because we've had a lot of rain in central Kentucky. And so it's been a little dangerous in some places.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Especially Richmond. Richmond and Bullitt County are both like bad places to go, Perry.
Yeah. Well, Richmond had a state of emergency declared too.
They had 4 people sadly lose their life to these damn floods. So
yeah. Not that, I mean, this is anywhere near, but like we had a little bit of flooding in my basement too.
Well, no, dude, even here in town, it's crazy. I mean,
yeah,
it's nothing like Richmond, but
yeah,
I mean, it just shows you how our drainage system I mean, like you seen where I live. You came by here today. It's that lake. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I can't imagine what it was like.
I mean, it doesn't affect us. I'm so far away from it, but whenever that gets up, the people, I mean, there's houses on the other side of that. So those people with those houses hate that for them, but like,
anyway, I was careful. Like I didn't, the rule of thumb, as we've always heard it in Kentucky, and I'm sure that's other places too, is turn around, don't drown. Like, don't drive into standing water. Don't, take any risks. Make sure you're safe. But also, I didn't see a whole lot of that. But I didn't go into any of the rural places. Like, I stayed in basically what is the most like urbanized part of Richmond. So I knew the stores that I was going to. I knew the couple of stops that I was going to after I was done hunting. But I love Richmond, and there's a part of me too that's like, it's a very early tips and bits where I'm like, even some of the there's so much value, I think, in the small towns in Kentucky that I hope people also engage with. I know that it's easy to go to the bigger name places like Lexington, like Louisville, because they are touristy places that have more bourbon attractions. But
think about like Shaker Village and all the stuff that is
right.
Like
they're
right
well
outside.
Advertised.
Right. But it's like there's tons if you like history or like going outside the norm of what is bourbon and seeing like the people who helped grow bourbon, like most like in Richmond, outside of Richmond, a lot of the farms who grow corn and that kind of stuff. So fun to see all that.
Yeah, absolutely. And to me, it's, I mean, I have a bias around Richmond too, because I lived there for 4 years, and like there's a part of me that was thinking yesterday too, like I would like to retire maybe in Richmond just because it's quaint. It has everything that I need. By the time that I retire, I probably am not going to have the family that I moved back to Lexington for in the first place. You know what I mean? But this is all side tangent towards like I
was going to say, don't get sad.
No.
Papa Ritter is still here, Perry.
But what I'm talking about is just like I love this town, and like going back to it was, I felt good like going there. Like it felt re-energizing for a second, and part of that too, was going to familiar liquor stores, which sounds insane, but I
Liquor
World's there. It's not in the same building that it used to be. They've since downsized, even though you go into their new building and it feels like they just copy and pasted most of what worked about the old Liquor World building. But
that tracks.
Yeah, it's just basically now in an aluminum coated store, aluminum coated building, but just doesn't really have a whole lot of charm. The owner's kind of a dick now too, but
I mean, from what I remember, they always kind of were.
Yeah, but
sorry,
I think it's a new
distracting.
Owner. No, it's okay. I've edited it around you moving stuff, and don't worry about it.
I'm just trying to highlight something because my phone was dying. Yeah. So but my only outlet's there.
You know what's funny about Liquor World though is that they have always had really good single barrel picks.
They have, but everything that they do is always like $20 more than expensive than it should be.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like
I wanted to pick up their Knob Creek pick because every one of their Knob Creek picks are great.
Yeah,
but it was
man.
$85. And I was like, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing that.
They had a couple like 13 and a half years, and those were fantastic. But yeah, once again, they were, $90 back then. And that's not what they should be.
No. Anyway, I'm gonna stop waxing poetic about how much I love this small town that I used to live in, and get into the heart of what I am talking about, because there is an epidemic of unaffordability in bourbon pricing in small town liquor stores right now. And boy, let me tell you something. Weller Special Reserve should not be $40.
No, because they now have a cork in it, and I think the price is up to $28.99.
Yeah, but
at Buffalo Trace.
Look, I am of the firm and committed belief that Weller Special Reserve should be $20 to $25. I think that's largely what it is at face value. But most places now, if they are, I don't even want to say unregulated, but I think just like if they're left to price towards like what they think is going to be most profitable for them, they're going to be like, oh, people are going to buy it because they see that we have it and they can't find it anywhere else. It's going to be $40 or $45. That is too much. Okay.
Well,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Do you remember when they used to do the 375s, the pints, the glass pints?
Yeah.
For like $9. And that's back when, like maybe $11. And the 750 was like $17. Mm-hmm. Now this is the old time, but still, I've got a glass 375 right here somewhere, and it's got the sticker on it says like, I think $11 or $12 on it or whatever. But it's crazy because I bought one of the new ones with a cork because I'm like, I need to have a cork on it. I don't have it. And it is genuinely one of my least, like, this is, I mean, like, there's a whole more bigger conversation here than just this, but it is generally one of my least favorite buys I've made as of late, because it's like 4 or 5 year old wheat bourbon. I don't know. That's how it feels, for 90 proof. And
you and I had a pour the other day too. That was also a Buffalo Trace product that you spent way more money on.
$90 on for a 375, and
we both agreed was horrible, and you shouldn't have spent. At all. Yeah.
Well, no, but I've got it now, so like I can say I have it, and you know what? I can share that with people. Too. Like I can help other people not spend $90.
Yeah.
So fighting the good fight.
So beyond what I went and had and drank, I think is this conversation of like, was it a good thing that there was this mass expansion for these distilleries? And I know that like we're going to use something like Buffalo Trace as our prime example because they are the most visible of the distilleries, especially because of they basically doubled the amount of rick houses that they have. They spent $1 billion on their renovation and expansion. But is it worth it just to have the product on the market when you have product that is not as good? I would say ostensibly, but even,
So here's the catch-22, the devil's advocate. You're looking at it from a dedicated enthusiast standpoint. what they're looking at it
I know I am.
Yeah, well, they're looking at it from the marketing standpoint of like the guy who got into bourbon yesterday, a month ago, or will tomorrow.
I agree.
Can they find Taylor Small Batch? Can they find Weller Special? Can they find this? Can they find this? And yes, now they can. They can start finding those items. We know the quality is not there, and we know that through and through. I mean, part of our assignment tonight, which you have given us, is to do one of those exact things from their sister distillery in Bardstown. And I think in this conversation, I love having because, you know, it's great for everyone to expand. It's great for them to spend. They're investing in the industry and they're investing in this. Like, hey, you know, I've been saying this since 2020 when I first got told, hey, by 2030, they want to have this and this and this and this and this.
Which again is like not inherently a bad thing. And I want to make that clear, you know, because
it's not.
You are eventually going to
somewhere.
Exactly. And you're going to wind up with aged product that hopefully, ideally, is going to go into these labels that potentially will represent what we had during the heyday of, like, I'm not saying that we're going to have, you know, age-stated Special Reserve again or age-stated Elijah Craig Small Batch, whatever. But the ideal situation is that at least the quality is going to be there. But on the flip side of it, and I am tired of having this conversation. I will be very honest, but I do think that there is a frustration, and I do feel this, especially because I have been doing this for this long, and I cannot believe that we are at this point where there are still stores who are trying to cash in on the hype of products like E.H. Taylor Small Batch. And they're charging at least double for what it should be. And knowing that there are people who are going to pay for it. Like there is a discord between them. Like
100%.
There's something about that feels so, not even just predatory, but just like we shouldn't still be doing this. We shouldn't even have to have this conversation in 2026. Like
the irony
especially
with that
if
is,
let me finish this real quick. Like
go ahead.
Especially if like, and this is where the mind bending part of it comes into play for me. That like, I know that like the quality is not there, but the quantity is. And so like stores should have some awareness of it. Like they should know how much is coming in on a weekly, a monthly, quarterly basis. And they should realize that they're not hurting on their Sazerac products when that truck rolls in. You know, like they're gonna make their money. But there's a greed part of it, and I'm going to be honest about it. You've got to stop. Like we've got to draw the line somewhere.
I think what most people don't like, that aren't you and I and, you know, the 1%ers of who listen to this podcast, or
I know
who go like, I think the big thing is, and this goes to like, you know, when Swan helped me find, he didn't help me find, he just found a bottle of early 2000s, we're talking like 2001 to 2004 Old Foe 100, a 175.
Yeah.
$29. I think today a cost of Old Foe 100 is like $35 or $38 or within that range.
Right.
But there are people who see those old bottles in these decrepit stores. Excuse me. Who see those bottles in these decrepit stores and they think those are lesser. And it's like, no, you're passing up on history right now.
Yeah.
But then there's people like me and you know, if we walk into a store and we seen a back label, you know, Elijah Craig 12-year, like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
Crazy. That goes for crazy money. But if they started bringing that back, like we're seeing it now with these big distillers, we're seeing it now with age-stated stuff coming back. And it's like, this is good.
But at what cost?
Right. Like the new Elijah Craig 21 year is fantastic. It's amazing. It might be my bourbon of the year. Who knows? But there is a lot of things that come out from big distilleries every year. Like, I'll be honest, I am not, as a Jim Beam fanboy, like, I love Jim Beam through and through, love everything they do. I couldn't tell you how many barrels in Knob Creek and Jim Beam single barrels. That OGD, especially for it to be an annual release, like a once a year release, that's
the
7 year.
The 114 single barrels?
No. The 7 year bottled and bond. Oh. That is not, to me, that is not worthy of hyping up.
Like, no, absolutely
I would much rather have the standard bottled and bond. Now, is it a bad product? No. Is it something that can gain traction with new drinkers and people who have not experienced Old Grandad?
Yeah.
Yes. Is this something for the enthusiast? No. I think that is leading on stats and numbers to sell bottles, which I hear, I work for an NDP, so I hear that all the time about my brand. But, and people can think what they want. I can speak my truth and I can speak this, and it's, it's catch-22 because, I know what we do. I don't know what Jim Beam does, but you go from that to think about Old Fit 7 year bottled and bond. I was not a fan of that when it came out. Was not a fan. I'm like, this is a cash grab. It's not good. I miss the old 1 liter bottles with the screw cap and the big green label on it. And man, after that bottle opened up, I'm like, well, this is fantastic. So things do take time to change, but it's like, I'm not going to invest, or even Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, which we've seen when it didn't even come to Kentucky when it first came out. When Heaven Hill killed that $14 bottle, brought it back as a $60 bottle, it was not even in Kentucky. People were paying $150 on secondary in Kentucky to buy that from like Indiana, Tennessee,
California.
California.
Like, I got my first bottle from Clifton Bourbon Bites, so I could review it on the show, and he's in LA. Like, I paid extra so that I could just have it on the show. I couldn't get it from Heaven Hill at the time. I had to ask him to buy me one at Costco and ship it to me. Like, that was just the way it was at that point. But also, like, the realignment, and I don't even think that, like, it's entirely unwarranted that there is the realignment of the bourbon market from sub-premium to mid-premium, because we know that there are people who are willing to pay a little bit extra for...
Well, the pandemic didn't help. I mean...
No, I agree with you, and
and that gave brands...
It was that extra spending.
Well, too. So that gave brands also, like, you think about all the, like, think about that Jim Beam. So I said this when Buff Turkey came out, like, the Jim Beam 15 year that came out during the pandemic, you either loved it or hated it. Same thing with Buff Turkey, because people then were like, oh, well, it's just 15, 16-year-old Jim Beam, whatever. And Buff Turkey comes out and they're like, oh, well, it's not really turkey, it's Buffalo Trace, but like it's hit and miss. It's, you love it or hate it. And it's like, who would ever complain about 15-year bourbon from a heritage distillery coming out at not affordable, but like in large quantities? You have options. You have people who are
everywhere.
You have brands who are losing money on it. You have brands who are blending it into small batches. You have brands who are like, okay, we're going to hold this. Like, I seen the other day, I know a brand who's going to drop 21 year Beam that was from 2020 or 2020 or 2021. It's going to be 21 years old. That Beam they've kept in barrels they're going to drop us 21 year, and people are going to be like, oh, I guarantee it's Barton, I guarantee it's this. But at the end of the day, who cares? Because like the big thing, so to separate the NDPs and the market and like the big guys have seen their value, and it's good. It's good. I'm glad Heaven Hill has finally decided they should make money on Henry McKenna. I'm glad they have.
Sure.
They have flooded the market with it. I'm glad that Buffalo Trace has decided they should make market on Shadrach Rye, because it's, it's a great 6-year rye. They're staying true to that 6-year, even though it's non-age stated. I'm glad these guys are making their money. But it took so long to get to this point to where it is findable, affordable, and out there, that now, you know what I don't ever reach for or care to find? Shadrach Rye. And that was that's like everyone's favorite rye.
Henry
it's a great
McKenna.
Rye. Henry McKenna. The last bottle of Henry McKenna I bought was probably in like 2020, 2021.
I mean, admittedly, I think I've talked about it on the show. I bought a bottle of McKenna recently because it had my birthday on it. But even still, that's not because I'm gonna buy it and open it.
So that's a lie.
Immediately.
2022, because this is the Perry birthday bottle. So
look at that. Yeah,
that's my sister's birthday too. So yeah, that is the last bottle of McKenna I purchased.
But even still, like that's not a bottle that you're buying and you're immediately opening to drink.
No,
we used to buy McKenna. We used to buy McKenna to drink.
Yeah, I used to buy it to mix with like Coke Zero, because I'm like, oh, it's the oak and the brown sugar. I mean, hell,
even
this
Evan Williams.
Bottle.
Yes, it's Jim Beam Distillers.
This is my last bottle, but this is always one of the bottles where I'm like, what could I bring back from the pandemic? I mean, it honestly wouldn't be Heaven Hill 6-year 90 proof for bottom and bond. It'd probably be Jim Beam Distillers Cut, because like this bottle is from, God, when did they do this? And it just kind of like fell through the cracks. It's 5 and 6 year old. Like
I want to say
2019.
Yeah, I want to say 2019, and then
2017.
Okay, and then the single barrel, the single barrel that dropped in 2020 is basically what replaced it. I want to say,
yeah, essentially, which is also a great product, but it's it's not.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same.
And that was on the shelf from 2017 up until like 2021, and
yeah.
And Jim Beam was selling that for $18. I mean, like,
we've been so spoiled. I mean, that's the core of it too. And like, I recognize the incredible fortune that this conversation comes from. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I don't mean to complain and be like lower prices because I deserve it. That's not what it is at all. But
no, life's not fair and no one deserves shit. But also at the same point, like, I want every brand. I want every brand to see their value and to get their value, but it's on the consumer to discern if it's worth that value.
Exactly, and it is on the consumer too to look at, and this is why we're having this conversation. I think that there's something that should be said about that. Like, we're not having this conversation about why Weller Special Reserve is $40, $45 in a lot of stores because we think it's unfair. We think it's ridiculous, and you shouldn't have to pay that for this bottle.
No.
That is at most a $20 or $25 bottle. Mm-hmm. But that is not, at the end of the day, Buffalo Trace's fault. Now,
it's not. It's the market has driven them there.
Exactly.
And
there are stores who see that, who see the drive behind the scarcity over the past few years, and they think that they need to overcharge. But the thing is, Buffalo Trace has gone this distance to repopulate their stock, and now that it is becoming a more fruitful venture for them, where they can pump out these bottles more and more and more, that price doesn't have to reflect the supply and demand aspect of it, you know? And I think that eventually stores will catch up, but at the moment, you can't walk into a mom and pop shop, think that you're going to find a score and go, this was a worthwhile venture. Now, and this goes back to like what I'm talking about, at least at the very top of this with hunting, right? I don't go hunting. Like, I caught a wild hare and I was like, I'm going to go back to a town that I lived in, that I love, and I'm going to stop in at some stores that I know used to have things that I was able to get. Like, there was this store actually doesn't even exist anymore, but I walked into it in 2018, and they had a handle of Old Fitz Bottled and Bond, the green label, and it was a handle.
Oh, yeah.
And it was $25, $30. And it was fantastic. It's one of my favorite bottles I've ever had. Doesn't exist anymore. I finished that bottle years ago. But even still, like, that nostalgia of going in and finding stuff like that. I think that there is even nostalgia bait of, like, this is the store that you've always known. This is the place that you've been comfortable going in, and you know the people that run it and everything. Like, there were even stores, and I'm not joking, I passed up on it because I knew the price of Special Reserve, and I wasn't going to pay what they were probably asking for Van Winkle and Antique Collection.
Oh,
and it was there.
Oh,
and it
God.
was there. Like,
well, yeah, but it's top tier secondary. Like, I've got
exactly.
one across the street from where I work, and that guy knows that, but he's like, hey, listen, I don't need everyone. I need one. I need one person
exactly.
to come here,
100%.
want it that bad, and buy it. And he's like, that makes it worth it for me.
Because that then justifies them pricing it further down the line.
Right. So, I mean, and I get it. He's buying all kinds of wine and vodka and miscellaneous shit that he doesn't want, and he's trying to cover the cost of it. I get it from a business perspective, and I completely understand from working on all sides of the industry. But as a consumer, yeah, it's not great. So when you see that, you ask the price of it, especially when you have to ask, and you're like, oh, it's that is like 4 car payments worth. That's 2 months of rent. That's like that kind of dollar.
Yeah.
Like, it's that expensive. But hey,
be
all
thoughtful.
they need is some rich person. Well, they just look for that rich person.
No. I'm talking to the consumers. Like, be thoughtful. Like,
yeah. Think about
what
are you not going to be able to afford? Like,
or even like, where does that dollar go further on? You know, I mean, it there has to be a reason behind why you would spend that much on a bottle of whiskey. Like, and I'll push it even slightly further. Why are you spending $27 on a $7.50 of Turkey 101? That's pushing the envelope to me.
dry good cost.
Well, okay, yeah, fair.
You'll see most big brands probably, I say, hit $30. Like, I mean, Turkey 101 is not a loss leader for them. So, like, they make money on that. They know it's their number one producing product. They're not going to lose money on it. But I'm sure Campari, who is very much biting, like, or not biting, I'll say, filing their nails on figuring out where to cut dollars next, because it's going to be payroll. And when they cut payroll, they're raising prices. So anytime you hear about layoffs, expect higher prices. Yeah. Not saying Capari's doing layoffs, just saying, like, that's usually hand in hand.
Everybody panic.
So, yeah. Go buy it now.
Yeah. Anyway, I've probably put my foot in my mouth too much at this point. But
well, now we're about to talk about like a modern and a vintage thing. So
yeah, let's move on, because I know that I've ranted and raved, and it normally doesn't end well for me on the show when I do that. But What are you going to do? I realized, though, when I was out and about in Richmond, that I somehow have never reviewed the new version of Barton 100 or VOB 100, which used to be bottled and bond.
It did. It was a 6-year bottled and bond product.
Yeah.
And hey, Danny Kahn says it is still guaranteed 4 years, up to 6 years at 100 proof. So,
okay,
it is just not a steady 6-year product. Hey, but I used to call this my travel bourbon. I called it my everyday bourbon, my mixer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this used to be $13.50 for me. Like when I lived in Moorhead, $13.50, a $7.50, and like $22 a $1.75 or something crazy.
And I think I got this for $14.99 yesterday. So not a huge jump.
No,
but I mean, also, again, Richmond prices. They are what they are.
I mean, that's a great. I mean, because I used to buy this to mix with, Coke.
This was an everythinger for me.
This was Oh, you want a cocktail? VOB 100.
Yeah,
like, guaranteed.
But there
that
was
white label, the squat bottle.
There was that slight elevation because it was bottled and bond. And this is going back. Hey, here's another little America celebration that we're talking about. The first Quality Control Act that ever passed in America, and that's the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897, which ensured that when you bought a bottle of whiskey that said bottled and bond on it, you were guaranteed quality because it had to follow certain strict guidelines.
What are those guidelines, Perry Ritter?
Well, it has to
3,
be
2, 1, go.
Whew, the whiskey has to be distilled during one distilling season. It has to be distilled by one distilling producer.
Seasons?
I didn't hear what you said.
What are those distilling seasons?
You have one from January to June and one from July to December. So
Bing.
2 per year. It has to be at least 4 years old. No less than 4 years old. It has to be no more, no less than 100 proof. It has to be one
Bing.
distiller at one distilling producer. There's no exact
caveat to that. Not caveat, the extra whatever. It's one distillery producer. If bottled by a separate producer, you have to list the DSP, which if you look on the back of any
right. Yeah.
You will see that they're all DSPKY1/DSPKY31. DSPKY12 here, bottled by DSPKY12 or 113. I'm not sure on the old one. Probably all 12 because Barton. But yes, you legally have to see if it's bottled and bond. You have to see the DSP from who distilled it and who bottled it.
So you know what's funny about the new Barton 100 is that it has the distilled by Barton in Bardstown and bottled by Barton in Frankfurt listed.
Yeah, so DSPK by 113.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just
they're adhering to the bottled and bond rules, even though it's not bottled. That's Danny Kahn has gone on record saying, like, we will keep the quality true. We just cannot keep up to the age shape, and that's true. They will never guarantee that it's 6 years old. It's an average of 4 and 6, and he's like, hey, it could be 6 and 8 depending on the batch or whatever.
Okay,
but
gotcha.
They're basically. So all of it's all the VOBs bottled by Buffalo Trace bottling facility is huge because Barton's distilling capacity. Barton distills a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So and Danny's basically saying, like, they don't want to adhere to a bottled and bond. We're going to give you what they hope is the same quality you know and love.
Yeah.
With those guidelines, short of literally being one distilling season.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing they're not doing.
Did I miss anything? I think I hit everything.
No additives, no colors.
Well, yeah.
And anything that comes from a separate state and bottling, so that, which goes back to the DSP thing. But yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
And, hey,
quick fun class on bottled and bond.
What is the only spirit that cannot be bottled and bond?
Anything that's unaged, I would guess. So, vodka? Well, no.
That is correct. But you could have bottled and bond vodka because vodka cannot touch wood. Aged. Well, if vodka touches wood, it is therefore basically essentially light whiskey.
Yeah.
But you could put theoretically paraffin wax or something to like a natural like beeswax to lubricate the inside of a barrel that you could age vodka in and have bottled and bond, but it's not worth the risk because most likely the alcohol will eat through the wax and get extraction. So, yeah.
What a great showing for your boy this week. Hopefully,
finally you got something right.
What? Yeah, Chad saying that he really hated my rant earlier. Everything you said, absolutely hated it. Just crap, man. So we haven't gotten that far yet, but we at the very least are going to taste and review the, as they put it, crafted very old Barton 100 proof on the main episode. We might do the comparison with the bottled and bond on the Patreon, and I'm kind of leaning towards doing that the more I talk about it. So if you want
at least the 2-glass blend for Patreon.
Oh, shoot. You know what? Patreon's getting both of those things. So patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast, $5 and up. That's how you get that kind of stuff. But
there is a free tier, but that free tier doesn't give you the fun stuff that you get to see.
He's right.
You just get to see what people are watching. You get to hear about what people are watching. We can't experience what they're watching.
I was trying to figure out what was in the foreground of my camera, and I thought maybe it was in the background of my camera, and it's just literally this bottle of
the bottle.
So, Chad, let's go ahead and start checking this out. Can I be very honest with you for a second? There is a part of, well, I'm just going to lie through my teeth. I love this already. I've never had it before, and it's already my whiskey of the year. So bye, everybody. No, I have had my reservations about this, and that's why I think it's taken me a while to review it.
No, I've got a soft spot for this bottle.
The non-bottled and bond. Correct.
So when I was at my previous job, I was in Orlando. Like I said, this was my travel bourbon, my do it all. I would take it with me everywhere I went. I would do whatever. I was at my previous job. I'm in Orlando, Florida, doing a remodel for a store. My dad calls me, tells me that the Newfoundland that we've had for 10, 11 years randomly has been put down because he has bone and skin cancer. Newfoundland, giant dog. He's 6'1", hind legs, 220 pounds. A puppy his entire life. But his last 2 years, I pretty much couldn't see him. He was defecating on himself, couldn't stand up, couldn't walk. They get hip dysplasia. So I took this bottle with me, a bottle of this with me to Orlando. Just to make old fashions with my hotel room, to drink on, mix with Coke, because I was working 14-hour days. I'm remodeling the store. And that was 2021, 2022, which I'd had it previous to that since the bottle and bond dropped. But that cemented this. It became so every time I have this, it is for Jax. Jax was my Newfoundland. I got from my sister and brother-in-law, and so soft spot for me with this product because when my dad called me and told me that Jax was put down that day, unexpectedly, I had a few hefty pours of this, and so 2 Jacks.
Well,
yep.
Didn't think I was going to be bringing you on to the show for this particular pour for the heartbreaking story. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, Jack, I love Jacks. I love Jacks to death.
You say it's fine after the most gut-wrenching thing we've heard on the show in a while.
Well, yeah, no, it still makes you cry. I mean, I love that dog to death. But, yeah, I mean, like, every time I bought, like, I've not bought a bottle since then. I was there for 2 weeks, and I killed that bottle within 2 weeks, and every pour I have was for Jacks. And now I said every pour I have since then will be for Jacks. You know? Cheers.
Cheers to Jacks.
Good color.
It's got a really strong banana flavor.
Yeah,
banana
estery,
note on the nose.
Estery, yeah, definitely getting that banana Hefeweizen like. So it's a little yeasty, brown sugary.
It is definitely synonymous with that.
Profile.
It could go Barton, it could go Jack Daniels thing, or even Brown Foreman in some cases.
Or even Brown Foreman, but hey, first time listeners, 2 totally different things, but
yeah,
good nose.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So, all right, let's find out.
To Jacks. Would you pay $15?
I want to say so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well worth $15. that's good.
I don't have any, man. We've had stuff
good.
tonight that's been $100. We've had stuff that's been $50.
Yeah, we've had a whole. You've like. Patreon to here, we've had a whole slew of things, but
we've run the gamut.
I mean, at $15, just saying, like.
So here is one comparison that we will do. We'll do it in a second. But do you have any of the very first sample left?
Yes.
Okay, because I want that to be our one comparison before we do the Patreon only stuff here in the main episode. But on Patreon, we do a bonus episode every week as well. This week, we did Prove Me Wrong, where I gave Chad a sample and I gave him some stats, and he had to decide whether or not I was telling him the truth.
Did I do good? Did I do bad?
Who's to say? But
$5 a month, you'll find out.
It wound up being a 1792 Bottled and Bond pick, which actually I forgot to say was my Father's Day present from my dad. So, from Papa Ritter. And Barton distilled, of course. So
yeah, just like VOB, very old Barton.
So I thought in this case, it would be fun to compare it to what is, I guess, the modern day version of 100 proof.
I guess that's
Barton.
true that 1792 is the new VOB BIB.
Yeah.
So.
But in the Patreon Uncut is when we're going to further break down the difference between VOB crafted 100, the old Bottled and Bond, and the Barton 1792 Bottled and Bond. But
I'm looking at the color here between all three of them. My desk is like a gray with a black hexagonal thing on it, but the color is not too different.
It really isn't.
We're
getting some thigh from Chad tonight.
Yeah.
And if you want more of that, head to patreon.com/MyDailyBourbon, where it's all thigh slaps all day long.
Size slaps, no gaps, $10 a month.
Yay! Wee!
Just shot lime sparkling water out my nose.
You know what's funny?
I don't.
I know. Oh, never mind. They really don't smell that different.
Oh, are you doing the 1 and 4 now?
Yes.
Well, I'll say this about 1. 1 is a little more oak driven, a little more, how do you say, complex, but we're talking a $40 to $50 bottle versus a $14, $15 bottle. So the esteriness is still there, though. The banana. Now that I'm doing both side
100%.
by side, that through line is there. So the single barrel is definitely softer for me on the palate.
Yeah. Yeah. The VOB is loud. It's got a lot more brown sugar, a lot more baking spices.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so much. It has a lot.
Just
more,
a lot more
pepper.
Intense.
It's a little more pepper, all spicy, cardamom-y versus the Barton, the 1792 pick is more like butterscotchy, soft maple. Like comparing them, I'm getting a lot more deeper, darker notes on the bottom, which you should for that price.
Yeah.
And for the product, but
it's down to that, like, what do you prefer between the two?
I mean, so when you break it down, so this goes back to the previous conversation we were having of like, seeing the value in a product.
Yeah.
If we are just going to be dudes hanging out in like a garage or a basement
or a speakeasy,
and we're going to shoot the shit and we just want to have a pour or two or make a cocktail or do something, VOB 100 is where it's at.
I completely agree.
Now,
I still really like the Bottled and Bond.
No, I do too. I'm saying like, but that puts the Bottled and Bond now comparatively. That's like, now this should be a special occasion for bourbon, which people will say, well, $40, $50, that's not worth a special occasion. It shouldn't be that. But I mean, comparatively.
I had a comment on your
I know. Yeah, I know you did.
But I'm not gonna say it.
But the price difference and experience should warrant that. Now, everyone values their dollar differently. I don't wear Rolexes or drive a Lambo because my dollar doesn't go as far as the ones who do wear.
You're not a real estate agent.
I am not, or a dentist, or a doctor. So, I mean, I don't have any PRSs, so I'm not a dentist for sure.
Hey, I have a SE.
PRS. I mean, I've got 2 Les Pauls.
I bought this for like $300.
I got 1 Les Paul for free, and actually, I got both for free.
Let's just move on.
One was a trade, the other one I never got billed for because the store closed down on Reverb, and then I never got billed for it. So hopefully Reverb doesn't hear this.
Oh, they watch every episode.
One was a 2003 black LP, and the other one was a 2013. So it's the irony and the 10-year difference there. But one was trade from an artist, a Gibson artist at that time. So
anyway, let's move on. So what you were saying is that you don't have you're not a dentist.
Right, I'm not a dentist. But what I am is someone who wants to compare the Bottled and Bond versus the non-age stated crafted for Patreon. Well, I am that guy.
We're gonna do that here in a little bit. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and let's review the crafted for everybody. Because I think we should take care of that. This, of course, is, as Chad said, a 4 to 6 year old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 100 proof, $15 a bottle.
Okay, I think people need to know that I grade differently than most people. I grade with value in mind and experience in mind. So I grade on the I'm not going to rate a $500 bottle the same way I'd rate a $15 bottle. So
yeah,
I don't want people to hear my rating on this and be like, rah, 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 rah. So just saying.
I mean, price at this point has
I
turned
hope they do that.
Okay, well, cool. Price at this point has turned into value. We just call it price because that's what.
Well, I say value for overall experience. Most people are price just for price. So
yeah. But it is a 4-category review system: nose, palate, finish, and price. Everything's out of 5, and then you get a 20-point scoring. Everything,
You are hearing me dig through my desk right now for pen and paper because I'm afraid to stop touching to use my phone for anything. So
okay,
I want to use this cardboard thing of pens I got from Bullet to write on.
The pens are actually really cool.
Oh, they're great. They sent me 2 of them. So if you want any of these, you can have these 3 because the other ones are on my back.
Sure, why not? Chad. What you giving on the nose here, buddy?
No, let's go to a 3.5. I think it's got everything you want in a good bourbon, proof wise. Maybe a little bit sharp, ethanol heavy, but it's opened up in the glass very well. Starting to get a lot more like Werther's caramel, some creamy vanilla notes. That esteriness of the banana we talked about originally has died off a touch. So we'll go 3.5. It is very well much above average.
I'm between a 3 and a 3.5, but I think I'm going to join you on 3.5. You know what's really? I can hear you writing everything down, and it just sounds like. Yeah,
kind of sounds to me too.
But you know what's really funny?
I don't.
I think I already have my overall score for this. I think it's just pretty like across the board. One thing and then something, which sounds crazy.
I'm feeling the same thing. But I'm like, let's. We're not to the rest up yet.
You're right. So I'm sorry.
Let's see it through. I think we're on the same path, but I want to make sure that we both meet up at the end. So, palate, I'm gonna go 3.5.
I am also gonna go 3.5 on the palate. Here's the thing about 4-year-old bottled and bonds or 100 proof bourbons. They are exactly what they're supposed to be. They're not above and beyond. They're not going to make you feel like it's the best thing you've ever had, but they are perfectly serviceable. They're going to act as the best thing you might have in the moment. And they're also going to function as a great mixer. They're going to get you back into the rhythm of, I don't need everything to be cast strength.
The rhythm of the night.
And exactly, like, this is a pour where I'm going to sit down, and this is the mindset that I've been in recently too, of I want to watch the World Cup. Like,
low thinkers and no thinkers. Things you can pour that are good. You want a rocks glass of 4 ounces or 2 ounces? Let's go.
This is it.
Perfect.
This is 100%. It. And that goes into my finish score too, where this is the perfectly rounded feeling where like it doesn't really go anywhere else, but it does the thing where I always talk about this with a finish of it just makes me want to go back to it for another drink.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's another 3.5. Like
yep. Finish for me is also 3.5, and I'll give my price. My price is a 5.
It is also a 5 for me.
So a 15.5.
Yep.
So I think for the money, this is one of the best bottles, especially for those who are hunting and missing out and upset about the Heaven Hill stuff. This 1783 Evan Williams.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm now getting the beers catching up to me.
He's also getting really choked up because he's so excited about our nation's
Well, there are fireworks
birthday.
going off outside of my apartment right
now. Oh, well, I've heard massive booms outside. That might be the Costco boys, but yeah, I think is that an outdated reference at this point?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fair. So it is. Anyway,
just saying.
Yeah. I think that
adequate
like
bourbon.
This should be widely accepted as like the appropriate replacement for the $13 Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond that we lost.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
why is it not? Yeah. Why don't we talk about this more?
I mean, we compared it to a $50 variant from the same distillery, and we are still talking about we're talking about the positives of the product, not the negatives and the differentiators. So I think that says a lot. And, you know, whether the sentimental part of me gets, or the sentimental thing from this gets that part of me or whatever, I think the product, because like I said, VOB BIB was always was my jam for everything. And this replaced that. I would put this up against any Gill or Blanton Gold or anything Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
5 times the price.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that it's in the old Weller bottle too.
Yeah. Well, it's the old squat bottle.
Yeah.
That's
the old squatty.
It's always been in that bottle.
That's squatty bottle.
Hey, I've got a 375 pint of the 6-year at work.
Forgot about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through our other segments of the show. And at the very end is when Patreon's going to get our bonus comparison stuff. Let's
do it. Yeah.
So, barrel rings, segment of the show that you can be a part of because we ask for you to send us a text or a voicemail to our phone number 859-428-8253. You did not beat me to it, but that's okay.
I'm trying to just align with you.
It's good. We don't have anything this week. I think it's because Kyle's off.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I meant to send one in for me, for myself.
You've had a week, though. You've had a week, though.
So
yeah,
I'm glad Jared did send one in.
Your car is also dead.
My car is still dead. Still dead.
I saw it.
Yeah. It is. That's where they dropped it off and they towed it back to me. It is still dead. So
yeah,
my key fob won't even work on it now. So it's that cool. Dead.
Yeah. Wow. I had forgotten that Jared, the regular dad, had wanted to send something in to you about an important matter that I couldn't remember what it was. So I messaged him to make sure that he got it in. And then he let me know that he already did. And it was about the Blanton's Deadpool pick that I guess we already cut. Chad, you there? Chad, please tell me that's not your wiener. Please stop.
That's my wallet.
It was about the Blanton's Deadpool pick. And
if you want a Blanton's Deadpool pick, what you should do is hit up the former co-host of This Is My Bourbon podcast, Eric Smith, the Whiskey Mutant. He has all of them, actually. Every single bottle that has ever been in
It's actually
existence. True. That this is true. This is we call this kayfabe. So Eric has every bottle. So hit him up. It is Whiskey Mutant on Instagram. I don't know if there's YouTube. If not, hey, someone steal that YouTube so he can't have it, and TikTok. So.
Did you know that he left the show because he hates me? I couldn't do that bit. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, is this kayfabe?
No. I'm really bad at kayfabe. I say that having just recently hung out with him within the past few weeks.
Oh, that's good. Oh, am I supposed to lean into this?
No, no. Eric and I genuinely just hung out. My kids still call him Uncle Eric.
Wow. He's Eric Unk.
High proof hot takes. That's what's next. Things that we've been pissed off about that you need to hear about. Because look, man, we got to get it off our chest. Chad, what you been pissed off about?
Let's see. Texting and driving of any age. Mostly it's older
Stop
people
it!
these days.
Stop it! Don't do that.
It's mostly older people who are 60 plus. Changing lanes without a signal. If you do that and get in front of me when I'm driving and then slam on your brakes because I didn't know you were doing that, I will curse you out, honk my horn, and flip you off. And whether you shoot me or not, I don't care. Also, old ladies at grocery stores who block the entire. This seems like this. I feel like
all of high proof hot takes is just driving and people who are in grocery store aisles who are taking up too much space.
Well, I was gonna say all these seem very familiar, but yeah, but that young, old, newborn. I don't care. Your cart does not need to be 97 degrees from where you are. It needs to be literally parallel with where you are. If your cart's perpendicular to the way you're standing shopping, you're doing it wrong. And if you do that, I will move it out of the way, and I will tell you that you are in my way. And if you get mad at me, that is your fault.
That's such a great move.
Don't block the aisleways. Don't block the lanes. Use a signal, and don't text and drive. That's all I got.
Why are we still showing 30 minutes of ads before movies in the theater?
Oh my God, dude. That's a good one. That's a great one.
If your movie starts at 1:30, the movie starts at 1:30.
Especially if the same ads you're showing before that movie are being shown before every YouTube video,
right?
Or even on HBO with no ads, having ads, or Hulu with no ads, having ads, or Netflix. I don't have ads, but I sometimes get ads. So yes.
Yeah. Also, this is very specific. What is that Tom Cruise ad that is playing in theaters right now?
Oh God.
With it for Digger, but it's basically just how cool is Tom Cruise? We love Tom Cruise. Here's all the movies Tom Cruise has been in. Tom Cruise. Do you want
to see Tom Cruise run? Tom Cruise runs.
Anyway,
Cruise
here's
jump.
16 seconds of the new movie that Tom Cruise is in. And it's over. And it's
Tom Cruise.
Stop, man.
Produced by Scientology.
That was the thought I had. And I'll talk about the movie I saw in Tips and Bits here in just a second. Just so stupid, man. We should not be like doing this with movie ads in the theater.
No, that's why they're fighting the streaming wars, but then they show the same ads on streaming. So it's like, who's really losing? The consumer. I don't need this. Like, I don't need to see these ads everywhere. That's why I got rid of cable, so I didn't have these ads.
But also, like, I don't mind movie trailers. Like, there's a part of me that wants to see movie trailers, especially if they're so ambiguous that I don't know what's going to happen in the movie. Like, I avoid most trailers at this point, and I'm going.
I welcome them. I let trailers dictate my excitement for spending the money, because it's like, if your trailer sucks, yeah, and every trailer these days, like, with a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes or a Metacritic score of a 47 out of 50, it's like, okay, that tells me I probably won't want to watch this movie. So
yeah. That being said, though, let's go ahead and get into Tips and Bits, which is the segment of the show where we recommend or talk about things that we have watched, read. That's how you say that. Watched, read, played, enjoyed, listened to, things that we think will elevate your life, because we have also done those things recently. Chad, what do you have for Tips and Bits?
I will start with Jiffy.com. So t-shirts. This is a Comfort Colors t-shirt. I bought 16 t-shirts for less than $100, $10 off, not sponsored.
Dang.
I wanted a bunch of new basics, just because I went through a phase where I'm buying like clothes from Target, like a bunch of graphics, and I've gained weight. And it's also not that I've gained weight, it's just my body shape is not the same. So I have a long torso. I have a long torso and short legs.
Me too.
And
Exactly.
I went from being very much a like slimmer upper belly to now I don't follow my diet at all. So I want that extra breathing room. So Jiffy.com is literally just a wholesale company. So I got like Gildan, like poly cotton blends for like $4 a shirt. This was less than $8 a shirt.
Nice.
And I bought 16 shirts in total of different colorways. You can just buy one of each if you want, or you know, and they do printing. It's crazy. I basically just wanted to outfit myself with a bunch of, because I wear Comfort Colors for work every day, and I love the way the shirts feel. They're thick, they're dense, they're weighty. You know, I sweat a lot, and the way that they age as you wash them is nice because it's vintagey style. So Jiffy.com. And then also for music lovers, for hardcore, this will be a split between people who do and don't. Kyle's not going to love this, but fuck Kyle. Kyle's not here. Beartooth is working on new music. I've heard 90% of it. They have launched 3 singles so far, and I've heard a good chunk of it.
Nice.
So be on the lookout for their new album whenever it drops. And then also GTA 6 pre-orders, $100. Everyone should get that. I mean, everyone.
Yeah,
Why
but there's no physical copy.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I've not bought a physical game in 10 years, so
I bought 3 last.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm talking Xbox, not Switch. So
okay. I have a big one. I have a big Tips and Bits.
Well, zoom in on you, because I'm in my vape while you do that. So I will zoom in on you, and you cut me out of this, because nicotine time. So,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. I saw Supergirl yesterday, and I'm going to be very honest with everybody. If you are
great.
If it is really good, if you are only going off of online discourse, please just go see the movie. It is so much fun. It is full of really enjoyable action. It is full of heart. It is really well scripted and written. There are parts of it that are not perfect, I will say. As
most DC movies are, but still.
Well, but even like there are parts of it that feel like a Marvel movie, and it's very obvious too. Like even into the like CGI thing of it all, where you're like, I don't know about that, but you have to, I guess, suspend some disbelief because it's just not going to be a movie where everybody's running around the streets of New York City and you go, well, I know where all of these locations are. You know, it's a movie with intergalactic aliens. You know, it's a movie with people that you can't see in your everyday life. But at the same time, there are plot points that are very, very close to home, as was the case with the Superman movie. And I think that the argument from a lot of people online is that you shouldn't like this movie or you shouldn't pay attention to this movie because they are trying to make an argument against a certain group of people or folks who are trying to detract from an ideology that...
Well, not to interrupt you there, but I think people forget that like comic books and graphic novels were very much front runners in that realm of like stuff, and that's where a lot of these stories come from, whether you like it or not. So it's good to see that they're remaining true to their stylistic approach.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just give my score, and do you care about the spoilers for this movie?
No, we're gonna see regardless. But I mean, like,
okay.
I've seen shit on Reddit unintentionally, so it's
okay.
fine.
So I'm gonna give my score real quick. If you want to jump ahead, maybe I would say 5 minutes because I'm not gonna go too long on this, but I gave it like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. I like Superman more than I did Supergirl because I think I don't even have like a good reason for it, I think. But that being said, though, if you are only reading online reviews and the people who are like, this movie is stupid, just go watch it. Just go see this movie. It is so much fun, and it is energetic, and the action is incredible, and they do so much with the source material that they pull from, and it's not exactly the same as the book that they point to, but I promise you it does not matter. Like, remove yourself from that, and it is so good. Okay, so cut yourself off here if you don't want to hear spoilers. Okay, so there is, and this is where I will compare it to and also give it credit for how it complements and also elevates Superman. There is a big plot point that is not revealed in any of the marketing for Supergirl, that she is fighting a sex trafficking ring.
Oh, damn.
And it's not really like, she doesn't like stop and go, we're going to fight these pedophiles or anything.
Right.
But it is done so well that when you look at it in comparison to Superman, the movie, where there was an analog there of the Israel-Palestine conflict, and you start to compare how people are responding negatively to these two movies, that you're like, oh, I get why there is this particular discourse. And there's also this like incel response to Millie Alcock as Supergirl, who is genuinely attractive and is a beautiful person and does really, really well in the role of Supergirl. And
yeah, the Reddit discourse of her looks is kind of wild for people who are like
so stupid, like
judging a movie based on how someone looks versus their actual,
but so many of those people will not see this movie. It's the same people who will not play video games but complain on the size of boobs in video games, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, though? Like,
no, I do. No, it's 100% right. So
it's just like you're even if this movie is not made for you, you're not even going to give it a chance. And this movie is it's just a really good superhero movie. I don't even know like a better way to sell it to you other than like, she is a flawed character. And over the past like 20 years, we have had this discourse of, we don't want perfect superheroes, so we want something else. Well, now we get somebody like that, and everybody's like, well, I don't want that. Well, your problem with her is that she has a vagina. Like, that is it. And you know what? Shut up. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what else to say to you other than please stop arguing because she is a woman. Like, Millie Alcock has gone on record outside of the movie and said that I don't want to have to deal with online trolls because they are trolling me over the fact that I am a woman in a main leading role. And it's like, she's right. She's right. Like,
yeah.
She shouldn't have to deal with this because she is the lead in a high profile role in a superhero movie. You are dealing with people who are sitting behind a keyboard who are never going to get laid. I don't know any other better way to say it. And they're arguing because they're like, when you see people, it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. And you're listening to people who are telling you how to think without actually going and watching the material that you're arguing against. This is a really good movie. I guarantee you, if you gave it time, you would find merit in it. I know it's not perfect. I know that there are things in it where I sat there and I was like, yeah, that's not great. It doesn't make sense. The main antagonist is not perfect. The CGI is not great. But you know what? The same thing happened with the Superman movie, and that's still my favorite Superman movie.
Hey,
like,
we all love Spy Kids when we were younger.
Sure,
so.
And we still love Spy Kids. Like, Spy Kids is still great. I'm so done with going online and everybody being like, Supergirl is failing because it's woke and it's gay and there's all this stuff. And it's like, no, man, you just think that it's doing this. And it's please stop assigning these attributes to things that are like even slightly left of center. Like it's just, radical is not what you think it is. It's just a movie. It's just a movie.
High Profile Take 2.0. If you are looking at comic books, graphic novels, superhero stuff, and you call it woke, you never understood. I mean, no. Clearly, anyone who has the Punisher logo on the back of a police car.
Oh my God, that pisses me off so much.
They don't understand the the arc of the character. So
okay. My blood pressure is appropriately high.
You went from so you basically made yours a high proof hot take. So
I did, but at the same time, I'm recommending that people watch this movie. I'm not even saying that you have to watch this movie and review it positively. I just think that you need to watch it and not watch it with the imperative of everybody who's told me to hate this movie is right. Sorry. God, that was a horrible thing that I just did there. Like it's good. It's a good movie. It's not a flop. Even if it doesn't like profit, I don't think that's the fault of the movie itself. I think it's like because there are online trolls or whatever. Like this is a trickle down effect of Captain Marvel and the fact that people reacted negatively to the way that Brie Larson wanted to conduct interviews during the press tour of the original Captain Marvel movie. That's even more meta beyond the way that Millie Alcock has conducted herself during interviews for Supergirl. But I just wish that people would go and see this movie instead of saying I'm not going to see it because my favorite locked in roach content creator told me not to, that's it. So Supergirl, go watch it. I'm so like amped up after this. I didn't mean to, but Chad's checking his phone and he's
no, I'm not. I'm trying to like respond to a text.
He's trying to respond to something.
I can't do that well with my watch.
He can't do it. He's too locked in.
Hey, thank you all so much for listening to or watching this episode. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know if Kyle is going to be back next week at this point. Because he's got a lot going on with work. So we might have a guest again next week. Chad might be back next week.
Maybe.
I'd appreciate it if Chad were back next week, but I'm also not signing him up.
If I am. If I'm not, hey.
Hey. That being said, though, Chad, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at YouTube. Hold on, I forgot like who
he was doing the It's Bourbon Night stuff.
I was, yeah. So, well, you can find me on YouTube at It's Bourbon Night or My Daily Bourbon. I don't post on My Daily Bourbon, but you can find me on Instagram. My primary page of content at Instagram at My Daily Bourbon. So. And that's it. I don't have TikTok. I got rid of that. So I got banned from TikTok, so screw them.
Nice. The show is My Bourbon Pod on all social media. I'm at PRitter1792. Personally, if you want to go over there and see what I'm up to in my daily life, please don't do that though, because I need some kind of separation from this show and what I do.
You just gave it to them, so just saying.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to stop doing that, actually.
Probably should.
Yeah, I'm going to. If you have money that you want to throw our way, you can do that by heading over to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. We have a free tier too, but from $5 and up, you can get bonus content every single daggum week. There's a bonus episode, there's the pregame chats, and there's the early uncut, unedited fun stuff that we do over there too for the main episode, which Chad and I are going to do in just a moment. And who knows what else we're going to do. I kind of want another beer. So I'm going to go grab one. You know what? I'm going to do one of the beers that you gave me.
Oh God.
Or not.
Maybe pairing. I've never paired one of those with the bourbon.
Oh, you want? I wasn't even going to pair them. I was just going to drink one. But
okay,
should I pair one?
That's up to you.
We'll talk about it here in a moment. But once again, patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. The $5 and up, of course, is where you get bonus content, but there's other things that you can get over there.
If you want to leave a barrel ring, you can leave a barrel ring at 859-428-8253. You can be the third person or the second person or the first person. I mean, it depends on what dimension you're in.
Yeah. But what if I just didn't do an episode for a week and whoever did the barrel rings, they're the host for the entire episode. You know what?
That'd be a fun like Patreon, like, all right, hey, here's 5 people. Someone has talking points, and then you got callers. Like,
I might do an entire tier on the Patreon for somebody to just host a show for a week.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I actually love that. Yeah, we're gonna think about that. Or a barrel ring, whatever. I went back and forth between you just call in or you pay us money.
Both.
Yeah. We also have the email. This is mybourbonshop@gmail.com. Send us questions or comments. We have a merch shop. It's my Bourbon Shop. Oh, wait, no. Bourbonshop.threadless.com. That's what that is.
That's right.
And then last but not least, we have the... Oh, wait, no. I forgot about the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522. Our buddy Jared did send in samples and beans and mustard for our... for our Alzheimer's
hell yeah
fundraiser. The reason I'm not doing it right now is because I am waiting for Kyle to get back.
Oh yeah, this is Kyle's jam right here. So
yeah, I am not avoiding it. I promise. I am just waiting for Kyle to be back on the show because he needs to see what I have been sent in the P.O. box. Because it's something. But there are also samples for just myself and Kyle that we have to taste on when he's back. But P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522. Send us stuff. We'll check it out. Eat it, apparently. Please let it be non-perishable. Please, God, please let it be non-perishable. Or, yeah, don't do that. And then last but not least, leave us a 5-star rating and a review on your podcast app of choice. We will read it out on the podcast itself. That does it for this week. Next week, who knows? It might be Chad again with a working camera and microphone. This week, though.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
He's out of town until next Saturday. So...
I am out of town for a few days. So yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Until then, though, I'm Perry.
And I'm Chad.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. Achoo.